From Oaktown, Oakland, California, Open Gym Premier. More basketball coming your way on NorCal Sports TV. We have the Fastballers and Dakine Hoops. And right off the bat, Dakine Hoops with a left-hand lay is Ikam Sandhu. Dakine Hoops wrapping the white jerseys with green around the waist, and the fastballers in pink. Fastballers looking to answer the quick basket of Dakine Hoops. Here is Sean Walker driving through 3 defenders, fought all the way down, and then all 3 jump again and foul Jared Anderson, who will have an and one. Gerald Anderson with a smile on his face. 3-point play for Anderson. All 3 jump, that contact just on his right side. And misses everything. Have to hit the rim on a free throw. So Dakine Hoops get it back. 2-2 after the answer from Anderson. Push through, kick out, 3 on the way. Looks good, short and over the top as it's chased down by Jacob Lee. Good find, fastballers, double team, swatted at, and free throws come for Jalen Tran. Already starting to be an aggressive physical play and game to see how long the players can hold on without fouling so that they stay out of trouble. First one goes off the block for Tran. And Anderson will switch sides with Elijah Picardo on the low block for the rebound. Tran misses both, trying to find his own board, but it comes down to Jason Hart. Walker driving, flings it out, tapped away by Dakine. And Dakine Hoops finally get it back. Ekam Sandhu loses the handle, and Walker will go up with an easy right-hand lay. Fastballers in the lead, 4-2. Dakine Hoops switching court. Sandhu steps into a 3. Defense leaves him wide open, but misses long. Jason Hart using the handles past Lee. Hesitates, drives, right hand, no. Sandhu, double team. Down the middle of the court, has men both left and right. Finds Tran on the right side. He converts into 3-point play possibility. We'll watch this again. It's a little push from behind. Get the bucket. Misses the free throw, though, so 2 it remains, and a tie game at 4-4. Coletti goes cross court to Sean Walker. Coletti sets the screen. Walker drives. Hands off left, fouled, swatted at. 2 more free throws for the fastballers. Once again, a lot of fouls early in the opening minutes. Elijah Picardo is the one shooting, and he barely gets the first. Second one, nailed. Tran for Dakine Hoops, leading up to an open 3 for Riley of La Rosa. And the timeout called by the fastballers after the 3 is launched. 7-6, Dakine Hoops up by 1. Dakine Hoops, 7 fastballers, 6. A lot of fouls early, a lot of free throws. Both teams need to be careful. They don't have the deepest benches, so you get in foul trouble. You're going to be down to just a few. Fastballers running their play up and over. Slaps the glass, but misses the ball and hoop. Anderson misses his one-footer, and then a whistle with a push. Coletti launches a three. Good. Nothing but net for Angelo Coletti. La Rosa hit a three for Dakine Hoops before the break, and Coletti answers right out of it. Sandu back to La Rosa. Hits the side of the backboard, and pushing forward for a fast break is Sean Walker, trying to use speed to beat out the defense, who are cemented on their feet. Reach and foul on Jason Hart. Slap the arm, stopping Jonathan Lynn from progressing up court. Tran receives the pass in the paint, kicked away and intercepted by Coletti, who has a one-on-one. A lot of spin on that ball. Looking at the official for contact, he definitely got hit. Jump ball was called. Both teams fighting for the ball, and fastballers on the alternate possession get it here. Angelo Coletti has it up top. Anderson screens for him. Could have been illegal. Didn't quite get there in time, but the officials let him play out. Emiliano Valencia gets his first shot and first minute in the game. Foul away from the ball, grabbing the jersey of Ekam Sandu. 7 minutes into play, fastballers with a 2-point lead. They're in the most foul trouble as of this point. Sean Walker, 2-on-1, takes it himself, easy. Fastballers up by 4 in the largest lead by any team. Dribbling through everyone, Anderson meets him at the rack. Bumps bodies and comes down clean. Jonathan Lynn gives a foul to Gerald Anderson. Watch this one again with a full head of steam. Anderson rises up. And full body-to-body contact gives 2 free throws for Lynn. Nothing on the first one. And Jason Hart will come back in for the fastballers. Anderson takes a rest to avoid any other fouls. 6 fouls on the fastballers and 3 on Dakine Hoops. Sandu gets the miss off the free throw. Offensive boards on free throws change the game immensely, but the finger roll won't go for Jacob Lee. Putback doesn't either for Lynn. Chance after chance. Sandu finally puts it through. Coletti looks at the corner, guarded close by Bernama. Lynn tied up with Hart for the jump. Sandu to the corner. Deep 3 ball. Looks good. Comes short and weak side. Another offensive board. That's what's winning this game for Dakine right now as they continue to strike off misses. That is Ansel Bernama. 11-11. 3 ball miss. Launches high, bottom of the backboard, escapes the hands of Lynn. There's an errant ball from another court that came on, so they'll stop gameplay for just a second, and the fastballers will keep possession and reset. Drive, kick, corner three, looks good. No. Just a little long, but those offensive boards, both teams starting to find those, and Sandhu rejects one here. Sandhu looks to take it himself, right hand, finger roll, good. On top, Dakine hoops for the first time in a long while. 13-11. Hart attacking past Lynn. Euros 1-on-4 and somehow found the bottom. Not the most likely shot or what coach actually wanted, especially with so many open players everywhere else. But if the ball falls, the points will count. Lynn. We're going to have a technical foul placed on Jason Hart for the extracurricular activity. And now ejected. That's number 2. Hart will exit the game. We'll look at this play once more. Jonathan Lynn moving that ball around and then grasped and nearly thrown into the camera by Jason Hart. And the words as well lost it for him. So Jason Hart be out of the game, and the fastballers will be without him, and it's tied at 13 apiece currently. But here's a look from our baseline camera. See him throwing at the very end, and Lynn just tried to get back up into play and was walking away, but the technical foul was from the words and not the action. And Dakine Hoops will call a timeout. With that being said, current score 15-13. Dakine Hoops up by 2. One falling down. 15-13, Dakine Hoops up by 2. Fastballers now without Jason Hart for the rest of the game. Double technicals and ejected after sharing words with Jonathan Lynn of Dakine Hoops. And then an official is what got him ejected on the second one. So now a little hope for Dakine Hoops, who are already playing good as it was. But Jonathan Lynn won't convert his 15-footer out of the break. Drive, kick, corner 3, a foul before that, and it's offensive on the fastballers. Got rid of the ball early, but still posted up, and the contact still counts. You cannot bulldoze someone even if you don't have the ball. Bernama lost it off his foot. Angelo Coletti slows up the ball and allows the defense to get back. Up underneath, finger roll won't go, and now Dakine Hoops beating out the defense. Lynn in the corner, but instead Bernama will take it himself and eventually catch up to the fastballers. Now only 6 players for the fastballers. Josh Hart Jason Hart, cannot re-enter the game, and there's been a lot of fouls through the opening minutes on the Fastballers, so they may eventually have to play with 4 in case somebody fouls out. Gerald Anderson currently on the bench. There's been 8 fouls called on the Fastballers through 12 and a half minutes. Jonathan Lynn brings down the board. Kick up top. Sandu drives, floats over, baseline. Lynn flies by but misses. Dakine Hoops, great opportunities to put the ball in the hole, but a little more worried about getting there and not putting the ball in. Another foul. This will be on Dakine. That's their 5th foul of the first. Walker to Valencia. 3 on the outside, kicking around. 3 ball doesn't go. Leading pass, Jonathan Lynn, 1-on-1 against Valencia. Euros around, but once again, gets to the rack, but just doesn't have enough to put it through. In a scoring standstill since Jason Hart got kicked out, there's been no buckets made. That might change here. Sandu unleashes and puts it in. A nice reverse with the right hand. Sandu finally ends the scoring drought in the game. It looks like Gerald Anderson will have an opportunity to play in this final 6 minutes. We will see what he can do for the team as they're down by 4. Walker. Kick. And stoppage of gameplay. 3 will not count. Back in is Gerald Anderson. Sitting on the bench is Isaiah Birch. Fastballers want to close the gap and tie it back up like the game was when Hart got ejected. And there is another layup for Dakine. Ansel Bernama, he's had a few. 19-13. Fastballers trying to find their stride without their defensive leader, Hart. Lynn all the way up, able to finish, and one. 3-point play for Jonathan Lynn. Many times he's been rising up to the basket this time, able to finish, and you see the left arm of Valencia grab the bicep. Couldn't stop the initial play, but doesn't get the 3-point play and gets his own miss off a free throw. Three ball, Bernama misses. Anderson, immediate impact with the board. 21-13, Dakine Hoops in the lead. And Gerald Anderson wants to get hot offensively to close the gap. Valencia misses. Anderson swats it away, but it's right into the hands of Dakine's Bernama. Lofts it up a little too high. Right back at him, Jacob Lee, inside for 2. Walker, drive, left hand, it's good. Nice spin off the backboard. Fastballer's first bucket in over 10 minutes. Good find inside, left wide open. The defensive breakdown as Jacob Lee makes it a 10-point game. Swing court, Walker. He likes to drive, but no, he can shoot. That one's off the shin of a Dakine player, but they're going to call it in favor of Dakine as nobody was there to see the ball bounce off the leg. Two and a half minutes left in the first. Dakine Hoops 25, Fastballers 15. And Dakine winning the game off opportunities like that where they can just dribble inside and get mid-range buckets. Three. Larosa, he's got another three. Walker fouled by Sandu. Sandu tried backing off, but Walker drew the contact before. Walker puts down the first, and remember, there's still a second half in this game, even without Jason Hart. As long as the Fastballers stay out of foul trouble, they can put a second half together. We've seen him score, we've seen him play defense, but Dakine Hoops right now just on a tear offensively. There's Jonathan Lynn, who continues his hot streak. 30 points up, 14-point lead. Three ball, knows he missed it, tries chasing it, but then swats Sandu in the head. 9th foul in the first half on the Fastballers. That'll give us a 1-and-1 for Sandu. Excuse me, that's foul number 10. Sandu gets the first. Ekam Sandu 2 for 2 at the line, 17 seconds. Fastballers want to end the half on a good note. We'll see what they have in store. Gerald Anderson makes his way into the paint. Yo-yoing is Angelo Coletti. Coletti, three ball, no, rattles off. Anderson tries giving it out, but that's the end of the first. The Fastballers not looking at the time to get the final shot off. 32-16, Dakine Hoops has doubled the score of the Fastballers, but there's still 20 minutes left, and we'll see if the Fastballers can make a run at it.
You drove all the way up from Los Angeles. We just heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court here.
One falling down.
You drove all the way.
At Open Gym Premier in Oakland, California, it's NorCal Sports TV. Dakine Hoops Fastballers going head-to-head, and the Fastballers, they lost one of their main 5, Jason Hart, in the early minutes of this game. And since then, the Fastballers have yet to do anything ecstatic. And meanwhile, Dakine Hoops continue to attack the rim, attack down low, and that is what is winning this game as Gerald Anderson denies one from behind. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores. Thanks for joining me on this beautiful Saturday. It's May 13th, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Here are the Fastballers. Step inside, deep 2. Gerald Anderson gives it back. Corner 3, looks good. No. First half, 10 fouls were placed on the Fastballers and 7 on Dakine Hoops, so you can tell physicality and aggression through the first 20 minutes was large. And now for the Fastballers, only 6 players on their roster since the 7th was ejected. So most players have to be careful in what they do to avoid fouling and leaving. And now another one's down, possibly with a cramp. It's like he got up and will stay in the game. Kick underneath, good find. Anderson denied by Ekam Sandhu. Sanderson on the ground keeps it alive for Fastballers. In a wild possession by both teams. Just can't get the bucket. Travis Simmons gives it over to Sandhu. Unleashes a 3. Defense not even close. Jonathan Lynn slows down for Dakine. Walker meets him on the outside. Very tough defense, and Lynn, he finishes through traffic. Fastballers want an answer. Slides through. Regathers. Anderson puts it in. Dakine Hoops right now just on another level until a wild errant pass from Avi Rajbandari goes way over the head of his intended target. 3 minutes into the second half, and the Fastballers trying to rope together an offensive play as this one connects for Walker, who did a lot in the opening minutes. Only 7 points scored in the last 12 minutes of play for the Fastballers. 3 ball, no. Valencia leading, finds Coletti. Walker swings, Sandhu, the takeaway. Another steal for Ekam Sandhu. Now Sandhu tripped up with a foul. That'll be on Walker. Sandhu barely gets that one to roll through, and the Fastballers putting down some points. But the defense, it's what's really going to change this game. You can be slow to score, but your defense needs to stay strong and stop Dakine, especially with Jonathan Lynn always attacking the basket, not wavering from any play. And Sandhu, an elite passer, and scorer as well. Here's Lynn now attacking Walker, met at the top, And nothing going for Lynn here as Walker makes the stop. Coletti drives, lost it, and it stays with the fastballers. All the Dakine players saying that was off of Coletti, pointing at the camera saying it was right here. We can go back and look at the replay. But in the end, official call gives it to the fastballers. Valencia, screen from Anderson, uses it, 16-footer. Anderson picks up another as he launches into Riley La Rosa. Going for the ball, but too much contact. (35-20). Seems like nothing can stop Dakine here, but just an errant pass leads to a turnover. Fastballers have a chance, but Isaiah Birch just picked it up early. Walker takes an extra step inside and puts it through. 35-22. Jacob Lee. Now to Jonathan Lynn. La Rosa, 3. Yes! Got the roll. The shooter's touch for La Rosa. La Rosa has shown off his shooting abilities multiple times, and you just can't leave him open. He's proven that. Bernama slowing down the offense, wanting to run plays. Takes a shot for 3 instead. And here goes Walker with Valencia to his left. Bumps into Lynn, and it looks like this will be an offensive foul. Now Walker's down, and it does not look good. 38-22, our current score, and Dakine Hoops up big.
Ten seconds to play. They need another 3 to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
(38-22), Dakine Hoops leading the fastballers, and Sean Walker on his attempt down the court, down and injured. And this is a look at another play here. He trips off the foot of Jonathan Lynn. It's his right foot, I believe. We'll slow this up. His right foot twists right there off the left foot of Jonathan Lynn. He's being helped off the court currently. Before the fastballers today, Jason Hart was ejected halfway through the first, and now Sean Walker. At the time that he was down on the court, just the way the injury looked there, most likely will not re-enter play, but we'll see. There's still 13 minutes left, so now the 5 left for the fastballers. You have Picardo, Coletti, Anderson, Valencia, and Birch. Those are the only 5 available for the fastballers. So we'll see what the fastballers can do with just those 5 as Dakine Hoops continue. La Rosa, mid-range. The full head of steam, Coletti inside, triple teamed, batted. Ball still live. Fastballers look like they gave up on the play after it was taken, and Sandu won't do anything here as it's a little bit too much. Inbound for Sandu, unleashes a three and knocks it through. 41 points for Dakine Hoops, and Sandu is on fire. Birch hands off to Coletti, running the show. Anderson sets the screen off the left side and then switches right. Birch still just looking at options and finally fires a three. Luckily, he has the teammate down low to put it back through. Elijah Picardo put that one in. A timeout called here. 41-24. So the sides will head to the benches. One falling down. (41-24) out of the break. Dakine Hoops in the lead. Fastballers with 5 players and 5 players only. No bench to look to. Valencia, Coletti, Anderson, Birch, and Picardo are the 5 for the fastballers. Coletti, ball in hand, asking for the defense to come close. It's La Rosa who's firing on him, flings it down to Picardo. Picardo forced to give it up. Anderson brings it back to the fastballers who toss it up, and he has 2 free throws now after being swatted by Travis Simmons. Anderson tries running through, and usually that'd be a lane violation. Shooter can't cross until it hits the rim. The fastballers able to regain and look at another shot. Valencia in the corner, Coletti to his right. Spins baseline, Anderson clears the lane, an open three, no. Ansel Bernama cuts it right side, caught underneath the rim for Riley La Rosa. La Rosa still stuck back court, so there's strength for the fastballers as he gets swiped at by Simmons. More free throws for the fastballers, and if Dakine keeps fouling, this is what can get the fastballers back into play. They're only down by 17. Which can go by in a spark. Into play for Dakine is Avi Rajbandari. And Coletti hits the second free throw. Jacob Lee into the corner and steps out before he's able to put it back in. Was Connor Nee. Coletti underneath, got there but didn't finish. Anderson wrestles it away, but first a jump ball. Anderson saying that he stripped it out in time, but the official doesn't agree. Now Dakine Hoops forced to battle their way through Angelo Coletti, who now fouls. Now they're saying Coletti, that's number 5 on him, so the fastballers will have to play with 4. Sean Walker went out just a few minutes ago due to an ankle injury. Before that, Jason Hart ejected. But it looks like they will allow Coletti to stay and play. Excuse me, no, they placed that foul on Anderson, so that's his 5th, and he's out, and Coletti gets to stay in place. Valencia, his 3. Fought back by the fastballers. That's Birch. Was able to get the offensive board, setting up Coletti to push and spin through. Fouled and more free throws. As Coletti comes up slightly limping as he rolled his ankle on that attempt. So right now it's Elijah Picardo, Angelo Coletti, Emiliano Valencia, and Isaiah Birch for the fastballers. That's all they have to offer. As Coletti remains hot, puts it in the mid-range jumper. 41-28, and believe it or not, the fastballers right now within 13, and it's not the largest deficit that they've been at. Here's Coletti, wants to continue his hot streak. Attacks, right past knee. He's fouled again. More free throws for Coletti. These 2 free throws can bring it to 11. Free throws wins games. We all know it. Burned in our heads since youth. Coletti has a chance, but now Dakine Hoops bringing in the substitutions. Ekam Sandhu, Jalen Tran, Riley La Rosa, and Jonathan Lynn will come back in after the fastballers have cut the lead to 11. First touch, it's Jonathan Lynn. Immediate impact. The 3 falls, nothing but net. Bottom of the barrel, Jonathan Lynn, fresh off the bench. And then Sandhu with the steal. Lynn attacks, right hand lay. 5 straight points for Jonathan Lynn. Right back to a 16-point lead. Deep 3, Coletti off the block. And Lynn's pass out of the reach of Jalen Tran, turnover. Valencia, the blow by, the right hand float, chase down, and that is going to stay with the fastballers. Picardo to Coletti, unleashes the 3. This one's good. Coletti nails it from deep. 46-33, Coletti trying to single-handedly bring the fastballers within a reasonable zone. Sandhu, he might have other plans. He does! Ekam Sandhu answers the Coletti triple. Coletti wants to do it again, but he's double-teamed. La Rosa and Tran on his side. Valencia to an open 3. No. They'll have another chance. This one looks better. Got it off the bank. Isaiah Birch, second time's the charm. 49-36. Raj Bhandari to Sandhu. Chased down by Tran, and the putback's good. Dakine Hoops striking left and right. Putting back in the starters. No stopping Dakine. Spin through. Coletti dishes off. 3-ball. The only way they can get back in play. And Picardo makes him pay. Sandu, backdoor pass, lost by Lynn. Lynn stares at Sandu, backs in, hands over to La Rosa. Excuse me, that is Raj Bhandari who finishes on. Coletti hesitates, sidestep. Another 3 is good. Coletti knocking him through late in the second half, but a little too late. Turnover by Dakine Hoops, and we'll see if Coletti, with any basket made, it'll bring the game to single digits, which we haven't seen in the second half. And a foul on Dakine, a loose ball foul. Valencia came flying in from behind, and just by sticking that arm out, the contact gives it right back to the fastballers. And once again, a basket made brings it to single digits. Birch with ball in hand, floats it. Too much, swatted at. Coletti on Sandu. And Coletti holding his hand up to the official saying, hey, I'm grabbing his jersey, blow the whistle, stop the clock. Sandu holding it outside. Kind Hoops just a minute away from a victory, especially if they keep getting offensive rebounds. And fastballers still in this game. 11 points is a lot to ask, but there's still time on the clock in which they could possibly take a shot at this game. Coaches now getting into it. Say play your hardest, play your best. Doing better now, 4v5. Coletti gives it out. From the corner, trying to look for the hot hand in Coletti, but they find Valencia instead. He unleashes it. He's got it. Still in the game, fastballers. 53-45 is the score. And then the foul forced by Coletti. And he's the one who needs to have the ball in his hand. He needs to have the shots, but he's also the one who's picking up the fouls in order to have a chance at getting the ball back. Some of these other players are not in foul trouble. They don't have as many fouls as Coletti. So if they want the chance, somebody else has to start picking these up. It's going to be 3 straight for Coletti, and now they're just going to call the game as the fastballers, as soon as they put 4 on the court and everyone else fouled out, did their best. They brought it back within 8, but Dakine Hoops in the end, a strong showing, 53-45 at the end of this one. For NorCal Sports TV, an open gym premiere. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, for Jason Green, my cameramen Sean and Avery. Thanks for joining me today.